Hey guys, welcome back to yet another video. Today I've got yet another preview of the upcoming season. I'm joined here by the Guisbrough Town assistant manager Paul Crager. Paul, thank you very much for joining me. How are you doing, mate?
No problem. Yeah, all good. Thanks. Not too bad. Looking forward to another day of football.
Yeah, last season was pretty decent for you. You think you finished? I think did you finish around mid-table? I think it was.
Yeah, we finished. I think we finished around eighth or ninth in the end, which we to be honest, from the start of the season up until about January, we were always in the top six. So we were a little disappointed towards the end of the season. We dropped off a little bit, lost a
Yeah,
little bit. So we thought we underachieved a little bit. We thought we should have finished the highest out of all the obviously the Teesside area clubs. But Redcar came with a great run in the end and got above us. But yeah, we were a bit disappointed really in the end because we had a great run. I think probably the North Riding Cup game took the semi-final against South Park. Probably knocked the stuffing out of us a bit, and our season just tailed off after that. We had a couple of injuries, probably lost a couple of our key players, and we just found it tough towards the end of the season. So, but we've had a good summer, like refreshing. Myself and Steve had long chats and how we're going to go about this season. So, yeah, looking forward to this season and hopefully build on what we started last season. Really.
yeah, and something that you mentioned about the North Riding Senior Cup. No, this is a while back, but obviously not last season, but the season before you reached the final. What was that like reaching the final of the cup?
Yeah, it was brilliant. It's something in the North Riding Cups. I think for the Teesside clubs, it's a really good competition. You get to play at York's ground, which is a fantastic new ground, and we played Scarborough a couple of years ago, and it was great. And we were hoping to repeat it, but it's fair play to South Park. They had some unbelievable results on the way to beating us in the semi and then final. So they deserve to get there. We were a little bit disappointed last year. We didn't get to another final, but it's a great competition, and it's another competition we'll be looking to do well in this year, which will be really competitive, I think, in terms of
Yeah,
the teams.
because
That'll
all
be good.
credit to South, of course, all credit to South Park making that huge run to the final. It's got to be good for non-league football. Such a big run, like underdog story like that, hasn't it?
Oh yes, brilliant, isn't it? It's just like the equivalent of the FA Cup when them non-league teams and things get beat the big boys. So now fair play to them. They deserve to win on the night. So yeah, and they were just obviously met a Scarborough team who were probably as good as any in the area at the moment.
Yeah, and what kind of who have you brought in so far this summer for the new season?
Yeah, so we've made a couple of signings. We haven't announced any yet, but we probably will be over the next couple of days. It's been difficult for us because we've got a good group of lads who we majority of players who knew we were going to keep. So
Mm.
it wasn't for us to go out and go right. We need to bring 10 players in or 12 players in like some clubs do. We knew we were going to lose. We lost JJ, who's been brilliant for us. He just wanted a new challenge with Bishop Auckland, so we just lost JJ Bartlett to Bishops, and we wish JJ well. He was brilliant for us over the last couple of years. We probably missed him from January because he got injured. Who else did we lose? We lost Lebo. Lebo's, I think, signed for Redcar, I think.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah,
Lebo's great experience. I think, I think he's been down at Redcar, so we'll see where he ends up. But he was
no,
great for us
Limo Sutherland's as well has gone to Redcroft like now, hasn't he?
in Lebo, yeah. So we
I
lost
thought you,
Lebo.
yeah.
But he was great for us last year. Good leadership, good in the dressing room for the lads. And then we've unfortunately we just lost our left back, left side, and Liam Miller, who's a young lad. He was great. He lives up in Newcastle, but he loved it with us. But Morpeth have just come in for him and made him a fantastic offer that he couldn't really turn down. So we left on good terms with Liam. See how it goes for him there. Maybe in the future he might end up back with us. But so we've lost 3 players there. But how me and Steve have worked in the summer, we had to be a bit clever with our recruitment. We could change a little bit of the style of play we're going to play this season. So we've brought Joe Pickett in, who played for Thornaby last year, who's been a brilliant addition to us. Brings goals, brings pace, brings movement, which we wanted a little bit more in the forward areas. So him and Curtis Howes also we've had before. Curtis had a great spell with us when we got promoted from the second division with Thornaby.
Yeah.
And I always say Curtis, I don't think he's ever done as well since he left us. So he was glad to come back on board with me and Steve, and hopefully he'll be another forward player who gives us pace, gives us legs. He's good experience now in the Northern League. Only even though he's still young, Curtis, he's probably played in the Northern League now 6 or 7 years, and he's probably still only 22, 23. So he's a great signing for us. We know him well. We know what he'll bring, and that's basically how we were trying to go forward in the forward areas this year. A little bit more pace, a little bit more of a threat, and then we signed Dino back, Robert Dean from Thornaby, goalkeeper. He left us last year, went back. He went to Thornaby. We had a young boy, Will Cowie, who's been fantastic for us. His first year in the Northern League as a 17-year-old keeper, and he's done great. But we just felt we needed a little bit more experience in there as well. And I think when Dino was with us at the start of the season, Will excelled. So we just thought that little bit of competition for him and that little bit of experience for Will will help him as well. So we got 2 really good keepers there. We need a couple of more things, but obviously we'll just have to wait and see in terms of maybe who falls out with other clubs and who's not playing here and there at other places. So, but we're quite happy at the moment because we have a good strong core of lads, real good team spirit. So yeah, we're pretty happy at the moment. A couple of things we need, but looking forward to the next couple of weeks and moving into the new season.
Obviously, you mentioned that you've got some signs that haven't been announced yet. Without naming who they are, how well have they settled into the club in like training and pre-season games?
Yeah, just the ones I mentioned, the 3 there. So Curtis, Joe Pickett, and Dean will be the ones who are they've signed for us. We just haven't announced them on our social media yet. But I'm sure that'll be done over the next few days. But they've settled in great characters. We know them well. Joe Pickett, obviously, is not one we knew, but reports we got from players who played with him and people who know him, and they've been bang on because he's been brilliant. To be fair, he's a real good character, and me and Steve are big on that. We don't like any egos in dressing rooms. Not on that. No, we never do that. We like a good dressing room, lads who want to come in and do well and improve and learn and develop and be part of a good team spirit and stuff. So yeah, they fit in for what me and Steve want to bring to Guisbrough anyway. So we're buzzing with that really.
I know you've played the other day against Mask United. Have you had any other pre-season friendlies so far?
Yeah, so we started off. We played Yarmouth Eagles Cliff, who've just been promoted to the 2nd division, I think, of the Northern League.
Yeah,
it was a good first game for us over at Conyers School. Nice tight pitch, which it always has been over there. I've played there a few times myself, and when we used to play Yarm. So that was a good test for us to start with. Then we played Cader. That was pretty comfortable for us. They were obviously a North Riding team. Pretty comfortable for us on the Friday, but still a good workout in terms of us trying to work on the stuff that we want to implement into the season. And then obviously Mask on Tuesday. That was our 3rd game, and we obviously the proper start of pre-season really. Mask Thornaby today. We played Richmond on Wednesday, Stockton Town, Whitby, and then 2 weeks today we're into the season. So we've got some good friendlies coming up. Starting today really with Thornaby.
And obviously with Thornaby, you mentioned about them. Obviously they had, of course, a few weeks ago that fire, such a devastating thing. And how supportive of the club been towards Thornaby about that?
Yeah, like everybody was gutted. I think everybody in the North connected to the Northern League was gutted about that. Obviously, that's where me and Steve started our Northern League managerial careers at Thornaby. So we have really good fond memories at Thornaby, and we always wish them well, and hope they do well. And that was devastating, really. I'm just glad it didn't go anywhere else, it didn't damage the bar area, or it didn't damage the change rooms and stuff. I know it's not nice what happened, but I'm sure they'll be able to build it back up, and I'm sure they'll be strong. And I know Dino well. I know Jamie from last year is not there anymore. I know Jamie well, and I'm sure what I've seen, the players they're bringing in Thornaby, they'll have a right good go getting back up into the 1st division next year. And I wish them well, and me and Steve wish them well. And we want all the Teesside League teams in the top division really. So looking forward to see how they do, and looking forward to seeing Dino today.
Yeah, I did have Dino on recently of the channel, and he mentioned about the morning of a fire that they had he went down to 10:30, and he said they had 20 to 30 people there helping cleaning up. It's absolutely incredible how it's just helped people, it's brought people together, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's Thornaby's. It's a big part of the community there, Thornaby. They get decent crowds. I remember when me and Steve had a good spell at Thornaby. We had a successful team, and we were challenging with tTown, and we were getting 400 to 500. Most home games. So
That was
four
really good, that.
500 people, which was brilliant. So it's a great club, and me and Steve wish them all the best. What happened there, it's why people would do that. I don't really know, and it's just ridiculous, really. It's something that's in the heart of the community and has been for a long time. So we wish them well, and I'm sure they'll push on and be just successful this season.
I've been to your ground like 3 times now, I think. Each time, by the way, I've got to say I've absolutely loved it. And I've noticed you often have really good crowds. How great are the fans for you?
Yeah, the club. To be honest, me and Steve took over at a difficult time, just right in the middle of COVID. And myself and Steve, have been over the moon with how good the club's been, the people who run the club, the volunteers, the fans that we've had in, how positive they've been with me and Steve. But yeah, the club's trying to do it where it be self-sustainable. So the bar area now, the functions and things they put on. Uh, no disrespect to anyone. Previously, when I used to play in the Northern League, you used to go to Guisbrough, and it was a little bit like, oh, the bar area wasn't great, the changing rooms weren't great. But now it's the total opposite. After the game, we have lots of people in the bar. They have the Sky on, the games on the Premier League games in the bar after games on a Saturday. So there's a big crowd still in there at 7:30 on a Saturday night, which is great for the club, and that's how you make your money, and that's how the club stays sustainable and all those things. But yeah, the crowds have been great, real supportive. Even in times when we've the first season we had, it was quite tough because we had to start with a brand new team. They stuck with us and supported us, and we just hope this season we can push on a little bit more and maybe get those crowds up a little bit more as well. So yeah, looking forward to the season. But club's been fantastic with me and Steve. We can't really ask for much more.
How's the pre-season training been going for you so far?
Yeah, good. We started around about the middle of June. I'm a little bit different in terms of how I structure pre-season. We go back to the old school where lads were running and there was no footballs and stuff. But all the stuff I do, Steve does, we do a lot with the football, and we try and explain to the lads, you can't just get fit by doing one session or 2 sessions with us a week. They've got to go and do their own, and they've got to take responsibility for themselves and their own fitness. So I send them stuff in terms of that can run in stuff that can do themselves, and then when they come with us over pre-season, they've just been trying to implement how we want to play into next season, and then doing a lot of fitness with the ball and things like that. So that's how I work. But yeah, it's been good. Enjoyed it. Got a brilliant facility at Lawrence Jackson School in Guisbrough on the grass, which is ideal. Plenty of space, and the lads have bought into it well. And I thought our fitness levels the other night against Mask, I thought we would look fitter than Mask. I know Mask started a little bit later than us, but I thought our lads' energy levels and fitness levels look really good at this time of the season. So it's all about building up and getting to that peak fitness and match fitness towards that first game in 2 weeks' time.
And who do you face first this next season?
Yeah, so we've got a tough one. Well, they're all tough, aren't they? But we got West Auckland away, which
Oh, it's tough, yeah.
tough one. They always have a experienced team. Gary's been there a long time. I know Louis Dodge well, who's the assistant manager. So they'll be. And we had a couple of good results against them last year. Really good, especially away from home. That was the second game of the season last year. And to be fair, we dominated them their play. So they'll remember that. They'll want to put that right. But yeah, I think we'll be ready and looking forward to it. Really, pre-season's good, but it's not. It's nothing like the start of the season, so we can't wait for that first game.
And final question: what is the club's aim for this season? Whereabouts would you and Steve like to see? Where would you see yourself finishing come the end of the season?
Yeah, I think we've got to be, we've got to be realistic. Obviously, there's clubs who are, I'll probably have a little bit more resources in terms of, their budget and things for, pushing up into the first spot or the second spot. what I will say is, that was Ashington and Billy and Bishop's last season. No one expected Aycliffe to come through and win the league as easily as they did, really. So you've got to keep that in mind. But probably our realistic aim is probably to get in one of those playoff positions, into the top 6, top 5, and then just see where it takes us from there. We'll probably need to bulk up the squad a little bit more, which we will do over the probably coming weeks. But yeah, our aim is certainly to get promotion, and certainly hopefully start with getting that top 5. So, yeah, that's probably our aim this season.
Yeah, sorry for could hear my mum talking in the background. I don't think she realised that we're still doing this. So,
Fine.
yeah, that's the end of all my questions. Thank you so much for that. That was absolutely brilliant, Paul. And I will be doing trying to do at the end of the season, doing like reviews with all the clubs that I've had on. Would you be willing to come onto the channel again to do that?
Fine. Yeah, no problem. Just give me a shout. Happy to do it at any time. So I'm sure we'll see you in the season, Jacob.
Yeah, it's next month, isn't it? I think on the 9th at your ground, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'll definitely come to that. Until then, take care, mate. All the best for the new season.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye.